I-70 from Neal Avenue to 71. This report is sponsored by COSI, Center of Science and Industry. Ready to experience the ultimate shark adventure at COSI? It opens April 12th, where you'll be able to see life-size shark models, discover real fossils, and explore interactive exhibits, and discover the truth about this ancient and fascinating group of fishes, included with general admission. Tickets on sale now at cosi.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey guys, it's Anthony Rothman. Let's talk about feeling your best. If you don't feel that same energy, strength, maybe you're feeling moody or it seems you've lost your drive with your partner, it could be low testosterone. You have to go see the true experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy. I learned all about the personalized therapy at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT. So don't put it off any longer. Go to lowtcenter.com and book that appointment. lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever for a single line. Just $45 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Too Tired to Cook takeout every week. Get one line on Unlimited Welcome for $45 per month with AutoPay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Columbus Verizon store by April 2nd to save. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Bone, did you know that March has a lot of college basketball?
Why, yes, I did, Common Man. And the best place to watch all the action and play the action is at Hollywood Casino. You can reserve your table now at HollywoodColumbus.com.
Not only that, every Saturday in March is UFC Fight Night. They're showing every fight on the big screen. Watching at home is boring. Don't be boring.
All the action happens at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Here's 3 reasons to buy your Blue Jackets ticket plans for the 25-26 season. 1, pick your seat and pick your games. 2, plans start at just 11 games. 3, priority access to Stanley Cup playoff tickets. Act now. Visit BlueJackets.com/tickets.
When you join the plus side with AAA, that's all you'll have to do. Or you could learn to change your own tire.
Hey fam, what's up? Today I'm going to teach you to change a flat. Before we start, make sure it's not raining, or hailing, or lightning.
Skip the hard work. On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plus side.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
New treatments for joint pain are here. By now you've heard about regenerative medicine. If you're wondering if you're a good candidate, answer these questions. First, does chronic pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or other joints keep you from doing the things you enjoy? Golfing, jogging, time with the family. Does it hurt doing the things you need to do, like getting out of bed, sleeping, working, and walking? And finally, do you want to avoid surgery and all of the pain, long recovery, and uncertainty that comes with it? If you answered yes to any of those, you need to call QC Kinetics now. Learn about exciting advancements in regenerative treatments that can give you long-lasting pain relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Get your free consultation today. Call QC Kinetics. That's QC Kinetics. Here's the phone number.
Call now, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center. Bright, breezy, dry, and warm on this Tuesday. Temperatures running near 70 on this afternoon and evening. Overnight will fall back down to around 50 degrees with mostly cloudy skies and a bit of a breeze on Wednesday morning. And after a dry and mild start, a windy and warmer finish with highs Wednesday in the low 70s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Back to the pizza in a moment. Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. And what a day it is. Morning Juice, 8:46, Adam Fantilli.
Nice.
He will be on the show. Rothman and Ice. Adam Schefter will be on at 12:30. He's grumpy. 2:30, Hockey and Hounds with Damon Severson. And tomorrow on this show, it is Wild Card Wednesday. Jeff Rimmer will join us at 5:30.
That's a lot of jackets tomorrow on the station, right?
He has us on just 3 to 5 tomorrow. So I guess we just leave an hour early?
Perfect.
Okay. Well, it says it.
Well, he says Rimmer, though, is on at 5:30, but he'll just be on by himself.
Right. We won't be here.
He thought that we had some tournament action.
No, there's no tournament.
No, there's not.
The only tournament is right here. It is the Final Four of Pizza Madness. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, you see my little Pizza Madness t-shirt.
Yeah.
You can go online, 971thefan.com, click on cool stuff, and then go in the fan store, and it's there for you. You can buy one.
Was that a cream color?
It is
more
a cream.
than a white?
Oh, it's a cream.
Yeah.
And I like the cream a lot.
Yeah.
The cream rises to the top.
Cream rises to the top this time of year.
It is meant to be eaten while you wear that while you're eating your pizza. And then you drip the drippings of the pizza onto it to customize it.
Yeah, get the grease stains.
That's your pizza eating shirt.
Pizza shirt.
Yeah, if you get a little sauce on there, a little bit of grease from the cup pepperoni, yeah, that's fine.
You combine that with Anthony Rothman's pizza sweats, and you've got the perfect outfit.
Oh, there you go. I didn't even know he had those. That's awesome.
By the way, speaking of this shirt, my guy Ben, listener Ben, went this weekend to get a Common Man and T-Bone tattoo.
Sure did.
Wearing his Pizza Madness shirt. And he sent us a picture. He got it right there. What do we call in that area? Inside of the bicep?
Yeah, it's like in the fold of the arm.
I thought you were going to explain a different part of the body.
Oh.
No, I did tell him because he told me he was going to get one. And I said, please don't. But if you do, get it on your ass.
Yeah, I like how
Close to that is where I would get my Man and Bone tattoo.
Where would you get yours, Timmy?
A little bit deeper.
In the anus?
No.
Is it a tainted championship for you, Timmy?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's good.
We had to give it back.
By the way, listener Ben sent you and I a message, and I didn't know that he sent you one as well, but I like that both of us basically told him, don't do this.
Don't do it. Yeah, by the way, I'm glad that you did, though. We're honored.
Of course, we are honored. Yes,
we've seen people with the tattoos before, and we got to get Ben's information because we got to send him everything we got.
Oh yeah,
from here on out.
Yeah, everything we get. I don't even know what we're doing next, but whatever we do. Well, and he's guaranteed, right, with that tattoo. If we have like an event,
you're in. He's in.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he's got the tattoo.
We're never having an event again.
We didn't say there would be another event. We're just saying if there is one, he might get into it for free.
All right, here we are. It is the Final Four. Number 1 seed, Tommy's, up against the number 7 seed, Flyers. I did my research this weekend. Additional research, pizza for pizza, Tommy's for me. Bone, same thing.
Yeah,
Timmy's a Flyers guy. Teddy, you've had both of these pizzas.
Have I?
Haven't you?
You've never had Tommy's?
Well, like 20 years ago, I had Tommy's.
No, you had. First of all, we had it
here.
The station not too long ago. You've eaten it.
Well, then I don't remember it, so it must not have been.
Wow.
I don't know. We've had a lot of pizzas in here.
Teddy, how? No.
It's Tommy's.
Remember when Fish came here and he was like, "I'm getting some pizza," and he was like, "What should we get?" Because Fish was new to the area.
It was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So I guess I had it then.
Yes.
It was pretty good.
All right, so what does that mean? That means you're going for this whole game means you're going for Flyers?
Well,
So I don't know if I had it, man. Must not be that memorable. Flyers.
It's not fair to Tommy's. I've had Flyers recently, like in the last week.
No,
and
you're not being fair.
I loved it, but Tommy's, it's been a while, so, stained.
That's right. It's been a
Well,
while.
what were you
Stained
doing?
t-shirt.
You knew the matchups. Why couldn't you go out this weekend and get yourself some Tommies?
It's up the road a ways.
This is why Ted weighs 140 pounds. Right here.
Oh, man. That's up the roadways, by the way, means like more than 5 miles from his house. That's the most you're traveling for pizza.
I'm going to get some Tommy's, but it'll be down the road a couple weeks. So if you want to push this down,
We're not pushing it down.
then
All right,
I can
that's
make
fine.
a decision then.
Do we value his opinion, or we
I
just...
do value Ted's opinion. Do you like a cracker crust, Teddy? How do you feel about a cracker crust?
I prefer the the Tommy's way, the more of a. Isn't that like a
That's a
New
cracker.
York?
That's a cracker.
Or
No,
no,
you mean
Tommy's
it's
thin crust.
You mean Flyers way.
Never mind. I don't value his opinion
I
at all.
thought Flyers was the cracker.
They both
They
are.
have one.
No,
yeah.
All right, be quiet. Turn
Flyers-
your microphone off. This is
Oh,
ridiculous.
see, I'm confused about Tommy's now.
Flyers
This is
thin.
ridiculous.
Flyers a thin crust, but it's not cracker
Not as
thin.
cracker thin as a Tommy's.
Tommy's, yeah.
It's a little bit thicker, but it's still
like I'm
quite thin.
doing the show with my Aunt Rose.
This is good, Ted. This is
I
the way
don't know Tommy's.
Ted's
I'm
like,
sorry.
I don't want to be involved, so I'm going to completely screw this up.
All right, fine.
That's good.
What do you want to do? What are the listeners saying? I mean, I see the votes here. I know how the listeners are voting.
Ask Jackie.
No, Jackie hates Tommy's.
Jackie is one of our listeners on the YouTube chat. Who didn't she change her name to
That is
Jackie?
her name.
Tommy's sucks.
Yes.
Well, she was Jackie Pancake.
Jackie Pancake, and now she's Jackie Tommy's sucks. So sorry, Jackie.
Look, I'm going for
disagrees with you.
Tommy's.
I'm going with
You're
Tommy's.
going for Tommy's.
And the listeners.
no.
The popular vote has Tommy's.
Oh no! Is the run over?
Oh no!
Look, it was a great run. It was great.
Tommy's in the finals.
Sorry, Tommy's goes.
No Buckeyes, no Flyers. Jeez.
There's always next year, Timmy. I mean, you got to the Final Four. It's a good run.
I might have to join their team.
What do you mean?
Whose team?
Flyers. Like I might actually have to join ranks. Start doing work for them. Promote.
I don't think you're qualified.
Get out
They
there.
don't want you.
Do more. I got to
You're barely
do more.
qualified to work here.
Well, I mean, of course. But that's not much.
Yeah, the online voting, for what it's worth, it was 52% to 48%. Oh, nearly 6,000 votes cast just between Tommy's and Flyers. So again, people came out strong for Flyers, but Tommy's got just a few more votes. Including R2, which are the ones that ultimately decided it anyway.
The other matchup, the number 1 seed, JT's, up against the number 4 seed, Hound Dogs. Now, Timmy actually came in today with a nice, hot and fresh Hound Dogs pizza.
I did.
Because he was doing his research.
Teddy, did you try the Hound Dogs that was sitting there?
Please.
I did try a piece of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you've had that. and
It's
I
good.
know-
It's not as
and
good as JT's, but it's good.
And I know
Well,
you
see,
had JT's.
That's a quick opinion right there.
That's now
I'm
that's
a big fan of JT's because we've had that a few times here at the station over the last few months, and I'm a big fan.
yeah.
It's about what my opinion is.
Hound
Quick,
Dogs
too.
Hound Dogs is very good.
Yeah,
I love a Hound Dogs.
It's good.
Very
But
good.
I was eating that today and I had this thought. Now, we should be fair. They do a tavern cut. That is not what you brought in, Tim. You brought their the one that's more like their original
This
crust.
is
Which is
kind
great.
of what separates them, and this is their thing.
They have-
right?
they
the
have
original
multiple
and the
crusts.
Smoke and Joe crust, but it's a garlic butter crust.
Yeah.
So they're
very
doing
good.
something with that crust.
Absolutely.
Yeah, too much garlic for me.
Wow. No like the garlic, Teddy.
No, it's fine, but it's just a little too much for me.
Well, don't say it's fine if it's too much. Just say what you think.
Ted's the whitest person in the world. Oh, man, those Doritos, nacho cheese, a little too spicy.
I love the nacho cheese. Spicy. Yeah, it's
I
great.
hate when it gets on your fingers.
Oddly enough, though, Ted, not a big fan of spice, also doesn't like milk. Am I right?
I don't like milk.
Yeah. And milk's the thing you have to go to when you get too
No.
much spicy. It'll help take that edge off.
Shows
Yeah.
weakness, though.
Eating pizza and milk? Is that what you're doing?
I mean, not usually, but if you're
Hey,
getting
man,
too much
don't,
spice.
Don't just negate a cold glass of milk with a good pizza.
No, but Teddy
No.
is like
Yuck.
anti-milk.
Ice cold.
Yuck.
Teddy,
Chocolate
What are you, the
milk,
Santa Claus?
You can do chocolate milk.
that's right.
I'm going to push you off my roof.
Yeah, just get a whole
Next
bunch
chance
of
I get.
Let's get
wish.
all that dairy and then just see what happens. Just try all that dairy at once.
You won't crap for 3
Oh
weeks.
no, it's a roller coaster in there once you do that.
Look, both these places are very good. Hound Dogs is very good. When I made my top 10 pizza list last year, Hound Dogs was in it. JT's is very good. I do feel Now, again, I'm going to put my mind where your mind is, listener.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel that some of you are voting for the atmosphere when you're talking about Hound Dogs.
I was just going to say that, buddy.
And look, from a business standpoint, they do it right. Iconic location, good atmosphere. Normally, when you're going to a place like that, you're going because you're either coming from an event or going to an event, or you're talking about your time on campus, all of that stuff. And it's a fantastic venue. But pizza for pizza.
No,
it's JT's. It has to be.
JT's is the better pizza. And it's not. I've had the tavern crust too, and I like their tavern crust better.
I do too.
But it just does not. Again, very few pizzas in this competition hold a candle to what JT's is doing right now. And who knows? Maybe in 20 years, people will be like, JT's ain't what it used to be.
Perhaps.
But right now, they are. This is MJ in his prime level pizza that they got going on there.
And look, they even moved to a new spot, and it's just as good.
It hasn't suffered at all.
They got a couple places.
Pizza
not
the old
suffering.
Oven?
No.
You got to put it in the old oven.
You know,
replicate. They can. What do they? I don't know what I'm trying to say. They can replicate that oven.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
3D print another oven. It's just good to go. It's fine.
The experience is the same at either location. I agree with you. Now the people are 51 to 49%. Again, less than 100 votes separating JT's and Hound Dogs.
So close.
Who has the edge?
Hound Dogs
popular vote.
Hound Dogs because it's a bunch of drunks voting for it.
I emphatically vote JT's. And I just had Hound Dogs today, and I like it.
I've had both sober recently, just stone cold, no drinking, just having both of those.
Here, let's
right
make
there.
this very easy. JT's for me.
JT's for me.
JT.
Teddy.
Yeah, I'm going JTM.
Okay. Marty Brenneman over there. It's a little JTM. Nice.
So our championship matchup tomorrow, and it's going to be a doozies. Doozies?
A doozies.
Mealy?
I'm going to make a doozies in the toilets.
The number 1 seed, JT's, up against the number 1 seed, Tommy's. We finish with 2 number 1s going head to head. There's still time.
Still time.
Go get dinner tonight.
Yes. You could have these. If you've had Tommy's, you're like, I never had this JT's place, then go try it and tell us, see what happens. You can vote because this is going to be up very soon. We're going to have the polls up very soon online.
Maybe if you tell them Common Man and T-Bone sent you at either of these places, they'll give you something.
Yes, like a stare and a who the hell is that?
No way. Come on, man. They know they're in it. They're in it to win at both these places.
You're right.
JT's and Tommy's. The championship is tomorrow. Rapid fire in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 30-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane. On southbound 315 at 670, it is stop and go from Lane Avenue. And there's a 5-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and 270. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And though I generally talk about medicine and effective treatments for erectile dysfunction and other men's sexual health issues, today I want to talk about love. Because love is the best reason to get treated for your ED. You see, ED can cause major relationship issues. In fact, men often push their partners away when ED becomes a problem. The condition can cause depression, arguments, breakups, and even contribute to divorce. But the good news is that if you're like most men suffering with ED, you can be successfully treated at Tri-State Men's Health and put a stop to the relationship stresses that ED can cause. I say this with all confidence because we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. Truly, it's likely you'll find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get the love back in your life. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Now at participating locations, it's UDF's new Sicilian-style pizza. We serve it on our family recipe focaccia crust, handcrafted in our bakery. And right now, get any size Coca-Cola fountain drink free with your purchase. Pizza from United Dairy Farmers, made for you.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter. He'll be there quick. Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Their BMI is higher than their IQ. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Tuesday. Tomorrow, championship, 4 o'clock. JT's Pizza up against Tommy's Pizza. We will have a trophy. Not right away because we're going to have one custom made for the victor. Hopefully they will display it proudly in one of their locations. Or they could take it, smash it into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
Whatever they want.
Tomorrow is the final.
Yeah.
We're going to have Tommy's versus JT's. These locations are not terribly far away from the radio station. At least JT's has a Grandview location.
We've gotten Tommy's here before, and it's traveled perfectly
Tommy's
well.
is right around the corner, too.
Somebody get me some Tommy's, because I got to try it.
Teddy.
I need to know for this final
We're
what's
going to have
on.
both of these pizzas here tomorrow.
Okay. We're going to get a representative pizza from each, or two, or 7. And we're going to have them here so that we can all judge it accordingly, get the best we can get from those two places, and let's see what we come up with.
And by the way, we're going to order them blind.
What do you mean?
Well, we're not going to call and say deliver them to the radio station.
Oh, where are we going to have them delivered?
We're going to have one of our representatives go and pick up the pizza under an assumed name.
Who's that going to be? Max? Is Max going to be tasked with that?
No.
Is that going to be? Well, because it's like Jen Winters.
I'm not going to say the name.
They'll know it's Jen. Jen.
I don't trust Jen with my pizza.
I think Jen's biased. I think she's already picked out one of these two that she likes more, and I think I could see her maybe even putting a little something on the pizza she doesn't want to win, and then we get we're like, oh, this is really salty for some reason. Well, that would help you. You like that?
I love it.
You love a salt.
I made a meatball this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I normally do a beef, pork, and veal mix.
Okay,
but I saw this thing online. I said I'm going to give it a shot. So it's Italian bologna. It's called mortadella.
Oh, I know mortadella.
Okay, and so I put that in the food processor, made like a little ground mortadella.
Okay,
and made meatballs out of that.
Ooh,
with beef and pork. I subbed that in for the veal.
And?
Let me tell you something. Salt lick.
I bet.
Good salt though.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things you wake up in the middle of the night. You're I need water. Delicious.
You know what? I wish you would have brought one. I would have it. And that's why your throat was sore yesterday.
I'll bring you some tomorrow.
Dried out your
I got
throat.
some. I put some in the freezer.
Okay.
In the chest freezer.
Oh.
Chesty LaRue.
Say it with your chest.
Rapid fire.
All right, Teddy. Rapid fire number 1.
All right, we just started spring practice over there at Ohio State. Do you think Ryan Day is going to name a starting quarterback by the end of practice this spring?
What was the entrance music that Vince McMahon used to come down to?
Yeah, no chance in hell.
No chance in hell is Ryan Day naming a starter after spring ball.
Nope.
I would love to see it. I hope that somebody separates themselves so much that it's an easy call. No. There's no chance in hell that we get a starting quarterback.
I know this is rapid fire, so I could just say nope and we can move on. But I would just add this. It's probably Julian Sayan's job to lose. It's
That's
probably
fine,
going to be
but he's
him
still not
as
naming
the
him.
starter. All that is true. But I'm with you. We haven't really seen that at all since Ryan Day's been here. If there's been a battle, he likes to have it play out. So I think it'll play out well into the summer.
Rapid fire number 2.
8 Big Ten teams made the NCAA tournament. Which one do you think has the best chance to win it all?
I don't think any of them will, but if I had to put money on somebody, which is what you're asking me, I will take Sparty.
Yeah, I have Sparty going pretty far in my bracket. The other team, though, other than Michigan State that I like to maybe get, I like their draw, and I think they could do something, is Illinois. I mean, they I don't think they're getting all the way. But if it's not Michigan State, the team I like the best after them is probably Illinois.
Rapid fire number 3.
If you had to support a mid-major basketball school to root for in this NCAA tournament, then which one would you choose?
I find myself watching a lot of Loyola Chicago basketball.
Okay.
Because they're on FS1 a lot, like CBS Sports Network. And, I love the atmosphere there. I love what they've done with that program. I love the 105-year-old nun. They still wheel her out there.
105.
Is she? I think she's 105.
What is she, 104?
103? It's over 100 is what I'm telling you.
What we know is Bo Bishop has had a fever higher than that.
Bo Bishop's had a fever 108.
Yeah, I know.
He's got one right now.
Uh-huh.
Me and Sister Jean, Loyola Chicago. Let's ride it to the Final Four.
Okay. I'm riding with a school out of Nashville, not Vanderbilt, not Belmont, Lipscomb. Yeah. Who knew they had that many colleges in Nashville, but they do.
I had a dentist named Dr. Lipscomb.
Dr. Lipscomb, sure. The Bisons, Mike. I'm you know what? I'm rolling with the Bisons. I like Lipscomb. Nashville's a good town. You bump into Herbie sometimes when you're down there. Get you some of that hot chicken while you're there. It's all good. So I'm going to go with Lipscomb. My guys.
Are we talking... I had a real stupid answer.
Huh? Go ahead.
Because I just went back and looked at my bracket. Loyola didn't make it.
No, I know. But I thought you were saying in general.
Just rolling with
I thought you were just picturing like
they're playing in the NIT tomorrow.
Well, that's who you're rolling with.
I'll be rooting for them against San Jose State at 11 o'clock tomorrow night in the NIT.
Oh, of course you will. You'll be right there. Locked in. I thought you were saying just a mid-major team in general that you would like to see make the tournament.
Well, I mean, in the question it says NCAA.
Oh, well, then that's wrong.
You know what? Lipscomb for me, too.
But Lipscomb is in. They're in.
Dr. Lipscomb.
Yeah.
Licky.
Lipscomb.
Lickamade. Rapid fire number 4.
Today is National Sloppy Joe Day. Do you think fast food restaurants should add Sloppy Joes to their menu? I mean, they get slighted. I think does White Castle have a Sloppy Joe sometimes, maybe?
They may.
I've seen there.
I'll tell you, I'm not against them being added to restaurants for people who enjoy them, but for me, overrated. Never really enjoyed a Sloppy Joe.
No, I do like a Sloppy Joe, but I also eat most of my fast food in the car.
Oh, that's not
a fat ass. That would be a disaster, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to say no on the Sloppy Joe.
You know that I'm trying to remember. Taco Bell had a sandwich. I know it's not the same thing, but it's ground beef with, that's simmered in a sauce. That's what taco meat tends to be. Didn't they do a sandwich like that back in the day?
I don't know.
I know Taco John's, one of these places did it, where they made like a sandwich with taco meat on it, and even that seems like a bad idea for the car. But no, Sloppy Joe for me, never been a fan, so I'm take it or leave it.
I'm going to go with UMass.
Oh,
they're not in it either.
I'm taking Akron.
UMass, a mid-major, I guess.
Akron.
Yeah, I get Akron. There you go.
Rapid fire number 5.
John Gross.
All right. Today is also National Ag Day. So Common Man, he said in another life he could have been a farmer. So I want to know, if you guys were farmers, then what kind of farm would you have? Would you have like crops, or would you have just animals?
No,
or dairy?
animals. No.
What are you doing?
Crops, corn, soybean, something. There's no way I'm not doing animal husbandry. I'm not doing that.
But you could own the farm, and then you could hire people who do
just the smells. The smells of it. I wouldn't want any of that.
I don't know if you know what they put on the crops.
I know what they put on the crops.
Lavender.
First of all, I'm not all organic. I'm going pesticides, baby. There's no poopies. No poopies on my crop.
Yeah, but it still smells. What are you talking about?
Not like a goat's ass, it doesn't.
Pesticides keep the bugs away. They don't let it grow. What you then need
Miracle Grow. Scott's right down the street.
What do you think it's made out of?
Not poopies.
Yes, it's made of ammonia, which is the PPs. So you got poopies and PPs. Pick. That's the smells. That's what they have right now.
It's made out of PPs.
I'm just telling you, the farm smell comes no matter what you got.
I'm not doing animals, is what I said.
I would
cut that up, Teddy. Go ahead. I'm not doing it.
You know what? I would actually be I would do an animal farm.
What animal?
Oh,
what kind of animal?
I would go like horse, because then you get a lot of Richie Riches that come in. They want to buy your horses. Your horse trading.
Is that a farm? Horse? That's a ranch.
A horse farm.
That's good enough.
You can have a farm of horses, but also I would have horses. I would have donkeys. Donkeys I like. I like a donkey.
Yeah?
Yeah, then you get mules, right? That's a cross between a donkey and a horse. Is a mule. Am I wrong?
It is?
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And then I would also have goats, but just for fun. Like, they wouldn't be like a real agricultural product. It would just be more like, we would get those fainting goats that when you like move towards them, they have you heard of those?
No.
They get paralyzed with fear.
Really?
Yeah, it actually causes something in their nervous system. Their muscles all lock up and they just fall over. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Pretty tragic, actually.
No, they're fine. You get them. This is how you stay entertained on a farm. When you're out there for hours and hours on end, you just go look at the goats and like, bah! And then they all just, bah! And they fall over. It's great. Who needs TV when you got that?
I'm going to do geese on my farm.
I don't think they farm. I think they just live there.
No.
You can just have
I'm
a
going to
farm.
do geese, and I'm going to stick garden hoses down their throat and make some foie gras. Foie gras.
Jeez. By the way.
No, they can't feel it. They have no gag reflex.
That's wrong. You could also farm catfish. That's a thing.
A little slimy.
What do you think you do? Reach in there and grab them?
No, I'm not a huge fan of catfish.
You farm them, then other people take them to market.
I want to eat what I farm. I want to be proud of what I eat.
Oh, you don't like a catfish? You're not a fan of catfish?
I'm not a big fan. Like, I'm not going to do an okra farm. Okra tastes like ass.
Wow.
Slimy.
I didn't know you were anti-okra.
Oh, it's maybe the only thing I've ever had fried that I would just not take again.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can salvage anything fried.
Not for you, though.
I've had balls fried. Okra? No.
Do we count a vineyard as a farm?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that'd be another
a crop.
Well, let's do that. Let's open a vineyard.
You and me.
That's a farm. We'll open a vineyard.
FA Vineyards.
FA Vineyards.
And you can have some horses, too. That way, you can get that crowd, too.
Yeah, absolutely right. Love that. You have horses and vineyard, and it's just everybody comes in. You have to have $1 million to come to our farm.
Hey.
That's the way it works.
A former Buckeye sounds like he's ready to punch Aaron Rodgers in the face. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 10-minute delay due to an earlier accident that's on southbound 270 on the North Outer Belt before 161. It's still stop and go from 71. We also have stop and go traffic on westbound 70 on the east side between Miller Avenue and the 71 East Split. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
In-betweens are made for pizza. In between meals, meetings, thoughts, that's pizza time. Stop at Speedway and get 2 hot, delicious slices of pizza and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce for $5 with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms.
Guys, let's talk about something real. Ever had a bad experience in the bedroom that totally threw you off? It messes with your head, your confidence, and suddenly it's all you can think about. Next thing you know, you're avoiding trying altogether because the fear of failure is just too much. That's where Columbus Men's Clinic comes in. For over a decade, their medical providers have been helping men overcome ED and providing hope even when the pills and other treatments have failed. Their proven personalized treatments have some of the highest success rates out there, with results that bring back your confidence and connection. It's important to get your ED treated now so that it doesn't get harder to treat down the road. Columbus Men's Clinic has treatments that online pharmacies only dream about. Tonight is your night for intimacy and connection. Call Columbus Men's Clinic today at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is discreet and could be the start of something incredible. 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. And let's make tonight unforgettable. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. At Giant Eagle, we combine exceptional customer service and quality foods, all at great value to make the most of your shopping trip. Visit Giant Eagle or Market District today to see how easy it is to save.
The best matchup is you in a new Kia from Coughlin Kia. Get into a new Kia now with $0 down. Get 0% financing on select new Kias and make 0 payments for 3 months on any new Kia in stock. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
0% for 72 equals $13.89 per 1,000 financed on Nero EV, EV6, and EV9 with approved credit through Kia Motor Finance. 90 days deferred payments until June 2025. Qualified manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. No security deposit. Residency restrictions may apply. Offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31/25.
A Tim Hortons treat with Nutella is the perfect way to add a little joy to your day, whatever your day brings. Imagine reading your book with a smooth hazelnut mocha iced cap topped with Nutella, or tackling your to-do list with a delicious croissant filled with Nutella and whipped sweet cream. And when you're heading to the office, grab a hazelnut mocha iced coffee with cold foam, because there's nothing better than combining that irresistible Nutella taste with your favorite Tims. Treat yourself with the Nutella lineup, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants, naturally and artificially flavored.
Remember how that little girl in Poltergeist was in the TV?
They're here.
Yeah? Well, she's actually dead now. It's quite sad. Anyway, watch your favorite fan shows on your TV by subscribing to us on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan. Do it now.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived, the only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If people ask you how long you have to keep that ugly garage door before you win the bet, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Your boy Bert Kreischer is back.
Woo! I'm back, baby!
And he's giving you permission to party. So grab a friend and meet him in Columbus at the Schottenstein Center.
Done, son.
Get tickets now at BertBertBert.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Extra large, extra stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. So glad you're here. 3 hours a day, every single day. Tell a friend. Tell a friend how stupid we are.
Yeah.
Game show coming up at 5:30. What's the game this week, Bob?
This week we're doing Dayton trivia. I used to work in Dayton. Obviously, we got the first 4 going off tonight and tomorrow out in Dayton. So, yeah, we'll do some trivia about that city.
Tracy Morgan got sick and threw up on the court at Madison Square Garden last night. The Knicks Heat game was delayed for about 10 minutes. He apparently had some bad 4-cheese lasagna. He said it was only 3 cheeses.
Yeah.
He refused to ingest it. He threw it up.
Mm-hmm. Now, a few thoughts here. One, if only he had the stomach, the fortitude that you have, Mike, the self-control to not throw up.
Haven't vomited since 1997. As a matter of fact, that's the first thing Jen Winters said to me today. Had to take the day off yesterday, was not feeling well. Did you throw up? No, I didn't throw up. I'd be dead in the hospital before I threw up.
Why wouldn't you just let it all out?
No.
Let it go.
Nope.
Frozen.
Nope.
All right. But the other thought I have is there a worse place you can, I'm sure there are, but in the top, has to be top 10, worst places you could possibly throw up is courtside of an NBA game. One, you're at a basketball game where other stuff is going on. You're delaying that now because of your vomit. 2, you're in very close proximity to other people, and it's not like it's a private place. You're out very publicly. There's cameras everywhere, and then they have to stop the game, and all of the NBA players, all of whom, in his case, know exactly who he is. He's a well-known celebrity. And they're going to look and say, why do we have to stop the game? Oh, that's right, because Tracy Morgan vomited all over the place. And then it's not like they just wipe it up and move on. They have to, disinfect the floor because guys are going to dive for a loose ball. You don't want to be running into vomit remnants. You got to really clean that floor. So it's I mean, maybe
it's on the list of top 10 worst places to vomit.
I would be like Vince Vaughn, too. Like, I could not be around the throw-up pile.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You got to get out of here. Like, I got to leave. I would start to regurgitate myself. Just the gigantic pile of it.
Oh.
The one image that's out there is just bad.
I'm going to say that if you take a private tour of the Vatican and also just throw up in one of the rooms,
that'd be bad.
That's probably pretty bad.
I do have a horror story from my own past. I was a teenager. I had to stay home sick, so I didn't know. I didn't know at that time quite what was ailing me. I certainly wasn't walking around feeling like I was going to throw up.
Okay.
You know, like nasty cold, flu-like symptoms, that type of stuff. Stayed home from school. I was not of driving age, so my sister had a couple years on me. She hung back from school as well to sort of keep an eye on me. And my parents were at work, and I had to go get an appointment that day. So my sister took me. And typically what we would do is we would go by the video store. We didn't have Blockbuster. We had a Forbes Video in our town.
Steve Forbes. What a nice
Steve
guy.
Forbes, yep. So we head over to the Forbes Video. We're looking at some things. Obviously, I'm not feeling all that great. We get up to the counter, the checkout counter at the video store.
Oh, no.
And for some reason, I can't get out of there. It comes out of nowhere. Projectile vomit over the counter at the video store. My sister is white as a ghost.
Has to be mortified.
I am as well. And the person working there might have been some 19-year-old dude, right? He was just like, oh, holy F.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, video store clerks in the 90s, known for their gravitas and like empathy when you come in and mess up their day.
He's got to clean that up, man.
He just said, could you please get out of here now? That's what he said. Just like that.
For those of you who never had
to
go to a video store, like you're not old enough to have remembered this experience, it was usually the guys that would like buy beer for underage kids. Those were the people that usually worked at video stores. So they thought they were cool, but they also had like a I don't care about you or anything else attitude.
This was a dude that had hair down to his neck. His name was probably Trey, and he had a hemp necklace on. Yeah.
Oh, like knew where all the drugs could be bought. Whether he used them or not is not anybody's business, but he definitely knew. And that's who you vomited on as a what, 12-year-old?
I mean,
like that?
It was all over.
Terrible.
It was disgusting. Onto the counter and then towards him on the computer, on him a little bit, just everywhere.
Oh, God, the computer with the little vinyl cover over it.
Yeah, maybe it did have the little plastic sheathing over it. So that saved it a little bit from getting into the crevasses of the keys.
And then like 3 days later, someone was returning a copy of, I don't know, like Pride and Prejudice or something that are just like, what is it?
There's goop like in the inside of the plastic.
So what did you say? Did you say anything? Or
yes, I was mortified.
You just cry? What
I
happened?
Apologized and sunk my head and left the store.
You didn't like volunteer?
Offered to clean it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, offered to clean it, like have my head down low, like I'm so sorry. I'll clean it if you give me some of the supplies, please. It's just holy F, please leave now.
Yes, I would be the same. I'd be like, get out of here. You've ruined my day.
Kept going back to Forbes Video the rest of my days.
Did you see that guy again?
Held my head high.
Did you have to interact with that guy ever again?
Never interacted with that particular guy again.
The good news is a lot of turnover in that business.
Yeah.
It's not like
he was working 60-hour weeks.
27 years I've been here.
You know what? I'm going to just go out on a limb and say that might be why. It's like, hey, why'd you quit your job at the video store? And he was like, yeah, you never believe it. This kid vomited all over me and then tried to clean it up. And I said, get out of here.
I quit my job at the grocery store when I walked into the bathroom and just crap was smeared all over the stalls.
You're not doing that.
No. Maybe he didn't even clean it. Maybe that was the end of his run. The video store was just left.
Maybe the next customers that came in, it was just an empty video store with vomit all over the counter. Take what you want. It's like when Seinfeld just gives away his car. He just puts his hands out and says, take it.
All right.
Take what you want.
Is this a promotional thing for Home Alone, like where the kid throws up? No, it's just actual vomit, just right there.
A former Buckeye wants to punch Aaron Rodgers in the face. You know what, though? It's pointless.
I already ruined it like an hour and a half ago. So.
I know.
but we can do it again.
All right, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should be aware of an accident that's blocking the left lane on northbound 315 at 3rd Avenue. Emergency crews are on scene, adding to that slowdown. And we've got a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 from Grandview Avenue to I-70. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and all right, get this. If my scale had feelings, I think it'd be filing a restraining order. I am down now 63 pounds in just 14 weeks. You do the math on that, that's about 4.5 pounds every single week. Last week alone, another 4.2, poof, gone. The fat just keeps melting off, and let me tell you, I really owe 99% of this to my coach, Natalie. She's not just helping me lose weight, she's out here engineering it, tweaking my plan each week, making sure I don't miss a snack, telling me to add more butter. Yep, heard that right. Well, olive oil in there too, that's pretty good, and basically being the therapist we all need when making a gigantic life change. Wouldn't you say 63 pounds is a big 180? This is what Awaken 180 brings. Guidance, support, and a plan that actually works. There's no guesswork, there's no starvation, no magic potions, just real results week after week, brick by brick. If you're tired of hoping the weight will come off, get with Awaken 180 and know that it will. 63 pounds down, how much do you want to lose? You can start today at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Basketball from noon to midnight. Scotty Vegas here, and we're throwing a Vegas-style basketball party at Hollywood Casino at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. I even went out to Vegas to scout out how to throw this party. Tough assignment. The Fan is doing 24 hours of watch parties. The opening weekend of the tournament, there'll be custom T-shirts, Pop-A-Shot, horse games. Oh, and don't miss a game with a 50-foot video wall. Reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
March is on at Lindsay Honda. Shoot your shot and save. It's madness. You get to choose your finance rate on over 600 new Lindsay Hondas. 0%, 1.9, 2.9, and up to a full 60 months long. And no trade-in required. This deal works with zero down. March is on at Lindsay Honda. Save with rates as low as 0% at lindsayhonda.com.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I always have the greenest lawn in the neighborhood. It's luscious. I swear by two things, water and Weed Man. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will make sure your lawn is weed-free and looking gorgeous. Of course, they get rid of weeds, but they also do aeration, mosquito control, grub control, crabgrass prevention, and flea and tick control for your four-legged friends. For a free quote, give them a call, 614-733-3747, weedmanusa.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
In-betweens are made for pizza. In between meals, meetings, thoughts, that's pizza time. Stop at Speedway and get 2 hot, delicious slices of pizza and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce for $5 with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms.
Bo Bishop here. High Bank Distillery Co. is the most awarded distillery in America at the 2024 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. Stop by your local liquor store to grab a bottle, or the 3 restaurant locations in Gahanna, Grandview, or Westerville. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
When you reach for UDF's new pizza, you're getting more than just a quick slice. You're getting family recipe focaccia dough, handcrafted in our bakery. You're biting into a hot, crispy crust. You're tasting delicious sauce and loads of meaty, cheesy flavor. You might even be burning the roof of your mouth on that first bite, but that's okay. It's a good burn. UDF makes more than just pizza. We make pizza for you. New Sicilian-style pizza from United Dairy Farmers at participating locations. UDF, made for you.
Do you realize making the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it'll take nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you there's a way for you to get them all paid off in just a matter of weeks? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Imagine wiping out all of your credit cards. Here's where you go. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending is the easy button for tapping in to hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home equity. That's not the bank money, it's your money. Listen, your home, the value is way up. And now AFLcash.com has a super fast, hassle-free program that lets you turn that equity into cash. People who do this are living their best life, their credit card debt free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements, maybe a vacation. See how much money you can get now. Go to AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. That's AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. NCAA tournament begins tonight with the first four in Dayton. The opening game matches St. Francis against Alabama State, followed by North Carolina against San Diego State. You can hear coverage of the first four beginning at 8 p.m. tonight right here on The Fan. Auburn's Janai Broom and Cooper Flagg of Duke today named unanimous first-team All-Americans by the Associated Press. Other first-team selections, Mark Sears of Alabama, Purdue's Braden Smith, and Walter Clayton of Florida. Games in the opening round of the NIT tonight, among them Kent State playing at St. Bonaventure. According to reports, West Virginia coach Darren DeVries has turned down interest from Iowa for their head coaching vacancy, but it's rumored that he may be a candidate at Indiana. NBA tonight, Cleveland Cavaliers continue their road trip. They take on the Clippers in Los Angeles. Minnesota Vikings today signed former Ohio State defensive back Jeff Okuda. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Dumb, very dumb. This is Man and Bone.
All right. Cam Heyward has a podcast.
Yeah.
It's called Not Just Football.
Not Just Football.
But in this instance, he's talking about football. Aaron Rodgers has been linked to the Steelers. He's also been linked to the Giants. Some people want to link him to the Vikings, so whatever. But depending on who you believe, all of those teams are getting tired of waiting for Aaron Rodgers to make a decision. Mm-hmm. Count Cam Heyward in that camp. He says about the situation, I ain't doing that darkness retreat. I don't need any of that crap. Either you want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler or you don't. That's simple. That's the pitch. If you want me to recruit, that's the recruiting pitch. Pittsburgh Steelers. If you want to be a part of it, so be it. If you don't, no skin off my back.
Right. There are, I'm sure you could initially look at that and say, well, any NFL team could say that, right? Any player could be like, hey, man, you either want to be a part of the Jacksonville Jaguars or you don't. But what he's saying actually has more weight to it for me because of the organization itself. Like that is what I yearn for as a Browns fan, is to have the type of organization that when you say that, people don't just laugh at you, right? Where it's like, you either want to be a Browns player or you don't. It's like, yeah, well, if the money's right. Steelers have that selling point. Not that the last, I get it. If you're a diehard Steelers fan, you know that the last decade plus has not lived up to expectations, right?
Yeah.
But to the NFL world, the Steelers organization has been one of those organizations that is usually viewed as being one of the best. So I understand exactly where he's coming from. Teams like the Steelers should be able to look at someone like Aaron Rodgers and say, look, man, do you want to do this or not? What are we waiting on? Sounds like everybody around the NFL is tired of waiting on this guy.
Ross Bjork was on WOSU today. He said he was disappointed that the men's team didn't make the tournament, but still likes the direction of the program, and Diebler has his full support.
Okay.
It's nothing that I didn't expect him to say. I mean, that's what I expect him to do at this point. You know, next off season, if we're still having this conversation about close, but ultimately didn't get into the tournament, or got into the tournament but did nothing in the tournament, then we have a longer discussion. But he's not going to fire Jake Diebler after one full season as head coach, nor should he.
No, I said once they made this hire that you're probably in it for at least 2, if not 3 years, because you cannot hire someone who's never been a head coach and expect that they're going to get it right away. Now, I and others can correctly point out that there were options out there for you as an Ohio State basketball program that had experience, not just coaching at a head coach level at Division I, but also getting teams to tournaments, making runs. Dusty May, obviously, is one of the names that comes up, but there were others too. Coach Calipari, if you remember, John Calipari was interested in the job. Remember that? We had that report where it was like he was interested. It was shut down for whatever reason. He went on to take on the Arkansas job. They're in the tournament too, for whatever it's worth.
I don't want Coach Cal.
No, okay.
I don't like him.
I'm ready for Rick Pitino. I don't care.
Get out of here.
I'm ready for anything.
Get out of here.
Let's go. I miss being in the tournament, Mike. I miss having a team that I think could actually make a run at a Final Four or at least a Sweet 16. I miss all of that. And what I'm saying is, now that you've made this decision, you do have to understand what you've hired. You've hired a guy who's never done this, who's never been through these ups and downs as a head coach. He's got to deal with NIL, recruiting the guys who are already here, getting the high school recruits that want to come back, all that stuff. He's got to keep all that going and actually be an in-game coach. And so far this season, results were very mixed to, you could argue, bad. So hopefully he's learned from that. Next year, he's going to have another opportunity. I don't know that he gets one past next year. I do think, though, it is unfair to assume that Jake Diebler is going to come in and just nail this because, again, that was the problem a lot of people had with this hire, was it's going to take this guy a few years to get his sea legs. He's never coached at this level. You can't expect him to come out and be good right away. And I wanted someone who actually, I don't know, might have already had that experience somewhere else that we could have plugged in and gotten this going a little quicker. Instead, we're going to have to hold his hand and learn together, and that's going to take time.
I just saw the television ratings for the PGA Tour and Live Golf this past weekend.
Okay.
I don't know why we're still talking about it. Yes, we know more people are going to watch the PGA Tour.
Yeah, does this even matter at this point? Because they both keep making like googly eyes at each other. No one wants to actually commit fully to this relationship, but apparently they both like each other enough that they're going to try to have a full-fledged partnership.
The story says 3.6 million people watched the final round of the Players' Championship on Sunday, while just 34,000 tuned in for Live Singapore.
Oh, God.
Now, again, that's terrible. I hate Live. I think it's the worst thing in the world. What are we comparing here, though?
Well, what time was that?
It's the middle of the night, too.
Oh,
it's
okay.
in Singapore.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
I'm surprised. That should be the headline. 34,000 idiots stayed up to watch Live Singapore. Who are these people?
Yeah.
Let's find them.
Those are dedicated golf fans, Mike. What can you say? People who love the game, and that's fine. I also saw something that just came out from the Browns a few hours ago. Did you see this little tweet they put out?
No.
About their stadium?
Brook Park?
Yeah. They have a video. It's like the most detailed video they've put out yet of the complex for this new enclosed, domed, whatever you want to call it, stadium. And their tweet just says, a new world-class enclosed stadium the Dog Pound deserves, right? It's like a 2-minute long video of them showing all the area, showing it in the winter, showing it in the summer. But I saw this tweet from Adam Schefter that makes me scratch my head.
Okay.
Adam Schefter retweeted this and said, the Haslams have committed to privately investing $2 billion plus in a dome stadium and mixed-use development project a mile outside of Cleveland city limits with the intention of trying to cement the team's future in Northeast Ohio. Hold on a second, Shefty. Now, one, good job carrying the water for the billionaires. That's nice.
That's all he does.
I know. But why are we saying they're trying to cement the team's future in Northeast Ohio? I think the Modell Law, among many other factors, cements that anyway. What are we talking about? It's almost like Schefter saying, but if they don't get to do this, well, who knows? No, not who knows. The Browns are the only team that got moved, and then they got the same team. They kept the team there, right? When Houston left to go to Nashville, they got a different team, but they did get a team. The Browns are the Browns. This is the only team that's ever had this, and you are not ripping them out again. I don't know why we're even hinting at that, Adam Schefter. What does this tweet even mean? They're going to cement their partnership with Northeast. This has to be here. You can't, NFL cannot let them threaten that again if they don't get their stupid stadium.
No, absolutely not. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually read something today that I agree with from Mike Florio.
Oh? Take a bath.
This is what it's like just going to a scurvy-ridden prostitute, isn't it, Teddy? I look at you because you have experience.
With scurvy, prostitutes, or both?
Both. You just feel dirty, and I can't believe I got... Anyway.
Okay.
Mike Florio said that Schefter is essentially a PR person, not a reporter, because he's in league with agents, and that's where he gets his scoops. He's clearly talking to a source inside the Browns organization that wants to make it sound like, look at these people doing you hillbillies a favor. They're going to pay $2 billion. Well, that's half.
Yeah.
They also want you to pay $2 billion, but let's not put that in the headline. It's not cute for any of that.
Also, are they going to retain any control of that giant amount of real estate they're going to now have that all can have
all
rent?
Of it.
Yeah, okay.
All of it. I mean, that's their profit.
So they, of course, they're going to invest in it because they want to own it.
But to your point, the Cleveland Browns are never going anywhere again. Now, will they move outside the city limits? Yeah, maybe. I don't know if the Modell law will be challenged, if that's necessarily the spirit of the law. I know the Cleveland politicians want to apply it in this instance. I don't know if it does apply. We'll see, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
But are they ever moving out of that area again? In the absence of the city becoming American Atlantis,
just underwater.
Right, it's just underwater, and there's just no place to play, perhaps.
Yeah.
But without that happening, no, they're not leaving ever again.
Yeah, I never enjoy seeing this, where he even says it's a mile outside of the Cleveland city limits. Like, don't you guys see it's so close to Cleveland? Yes, but it's not a downtown stadium. People have a problem with that. Go figure.
Wave your pom-pom some more.
I know.
By the way, Florio sucks too. Sorry.
Yeah, he does.
You guys are all just a bunch of corporate sellouts. Hold on, NBC's on the phone. What do you need for TV? I'll be there in 2 seconds.
Sometimes he's right, but it doesn't mean he's mad because he doesn't get the scoop.
No, I know.
That's what his issue is.
They're both stupid. Yes. Fat Boy Food Tap coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 5-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side from Alum Creek Drive to 33. And we also have a 5-minute delay on southbound 71 on the north side between Morse Road and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Want a man cave, playroom, or guest space in your basement? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement finishing experts. Book your free inspection today at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Brought to you by Metal Supermarkets. From hobbyists and machine shops to manufacturers and maintenance departments, visit Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com for all your metal needs.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-324-VEIN. That's 614-324-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Every great team needs a playmaker, a secret weapon, an MVP, like Caster Connection. Our industrial casters and wheels give your business the ultimate assist, improving mobility, efficiency, and safety. Whether you're moving carts, racks, or heavy equipment, we set you up for the win. Don't get benched by bad wheels. Go to casterconnection.com to shop online or to work with our industry-leading caster solution specialists. Caster Connection keeps your business in motion.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Basketball from noon to midnight. Scotty Vegas here, and we're throwing a Vegas-style basketball party at Hollywood Casino at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. I even went out to Vegas to scout out how to throw this party. Tough assignment. The Fan is doing 24 hours of watch parties. The opening weekend of the tournament, there'll be custom T-shirts, Pop-A-Shot, horse games. Oh, and don't miss a game with a 50-foot video wall. Reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell furnaces instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
There's nothing like having Common Man and T-Bone resting on your bosom.
Oh, for someone with no breasts, you've done very well for yourself.
Gross. Pick up the latest T-shirt in the Fan store or pick up merch from a show you actually like. We even have Ohio State and jacket stuff. Head to 971thefan.com.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, a little breezy out there with a perfect finish. Temperatures running in the upper 60s. Overnight will fall back down to around 50. A pretty mild start on Wednesday morning. It'll be windy and warmer by Wednesday afternoon with partly sunny skies and highs in the low 70s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Game show coming up at 5:30. What's the game, Bone?
We are doing Dayton trivia in honor of the first four playing tonight in Dayton.
Fat Boy Food, yeah!
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
All right, some sad news. If you're a fan of the Hot Chicken Takeover, they have closed now 2 locations in 2025. They closed the Lewis Center store about a month back. Now they have closed the Easton store. Look, Hot Chicken Takeover was a big deal. It was in the short north. It was a pop-up spot at the North Market. And when it first, hit the town, there were lines outside, and I went. I thought it was good. Not enough food for Fatty for the amount of money that I was paying, but it was good. It was a nice little special treat to go search it out. It was then sold to a corporation. They opened up more locations. It has since been sold again to another corporation, and now they're starting to close locations. And this is the danger. Look, I'm sure whoever started Hot Chicken Takeover, they got their money, they cashed out, they're long gone. But, you cease to become special. You're not a destination anymore. You're just every other place out there slinging chicken. You're no different than Dave's Hot Chicken or even your local KFC or your Popeyes, which you probably get a better value for. I was looking at the menu at Hot Chicken Takeover. Guess the price.
Oh.
Three-piece tenders.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not talking about like huge bone-in breasts. None of that.
Sure.
3-piece tenders, 2 sides. I don't think this comes with a drink.
Oh.
So 3-piece tenders, 2 sides.
Okay, that to me should be no more than like, I would say $9.99, but I know they're probably more expensive.
$17.
Good. God.
$17. And look, it's high quality. It's good food. I get it. But if you're going to be just like every other chicken place in terms of locations and availability, then you're not going to get people saying, you know what, let's go for a special treat. It's an excursion to go to the North Market and get some Hot Chicken Takeover. It's just like every other place.
Well, to that point, like Wario's is a place that has, what do they have, 2 locations?
2 locations. One is a window. One is a window.
Yeah, and then they
right across the street from the arena.
And they have one up by a Hot Chicken Takeover, right? Up there in Clintonville. And like the point I'm trying to make here is there's only a couple places to get that food, and they do something that not a lot of other places in Columbus do, which is if you want a real, authentic Philly cheesesteak, they do it right. I know lots of places say they do it that way, and I'm sure there are some one-off places, but this, that is an experience that I'm sure it's not cheap either. But if you want that, there's only really one place to get it. But when you are now coming to my neighborhood, when you are coming to my local area with 20 locations or 10 locations, and now you've got drive-through window possibly, suddenly you're competing with all those other restaurants that are in the rotation. And if I can go to one of those restaurants and get a decent meal for under like $10 or $11 and you're $7 or $8 more than those places, now you're not a destination. I might get you once a week. And I'm not paying that type of money once a week with the whole family. Like, that's just going to add up. So they have to be cognizant that when you expand, people expect a little more convenience and a little bit better price point. Because they assume you're making more money off of all the other locations, fair or not. That's what I would think anyway.
I've seen too many of these places, and I don't want them to fail. I like to have as many food options out there as possible, but
yeah,
whether it's this place closing locations, or it's Graffiti Burger ceasing to exist, or what was the other one?
I don't know.
The Wizard of Zob.
Remember
that thing?
Yeah. That was
like, oh my! You had to make a plea on Instagram and try and get a pizza,
right?
And then maybe we'll make one for you.
Yeah.
And he sold that, and look, whoever the owner was of that, he got his cash, but you sold to a bigger entity, and now it's completely closed. It's gone.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, we talked about Flyers and Pizza Madness. They lost today, right? But Flyers I still think they have a really good product. It's reasonably priced, and they have a lot of locations that are convenient, that have, a place to sit, all that stuff. Like, it's not just a window you go up to and get the food. My point is, that's a place that has been a local establishment that branched out, and still at Massey's, these pizza places that have kind of become that, right? We have a few of those in town. It is possible to do it, to build your brand and grow a little bit and still keep the quality up there, but it's not easy.
Yeah, and Flyers also isn't charging the equivalent of $35 for a pizza.
Right. It's within a price point that makes sense around the pizza world. I would also say with Nashville Hot Chicken, that stuff, like when it first came here, Hot Chicken Takeover was the only one kind of in that game. Now it feels like you could go to Applebee's and they have a Nashville, like almost every restaurant has had their hot chicken phase. It was very popular. What else are you doing when I go there to make me want to come back? And the answer would have to be you keep the quality up, or you make it a little cheaper, or both, right? But like when we got Cane's for the first time, that's not hot chicken, that's just regular fried chicken. But they'd already gone through we had a restaurant, we expanded the brand, we built 200 locations. They started in the South somewhere. By the time we got here, they'd already done all that.
Yeah, it was built on efficiency.
Yeah. Hot chicken's not that. They're saying they give you something more, so you're going to have to up the game a little bit.
Well, and there's no way you can maintain the type of quality that you had at the first location where maybe you were justified in charging $17 for a 3-piece.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way with all those locations you can justify that.
Well, I remember when they were first in the North Market, I remember people coming back from that place and saying, that is like the best mac and cheese I've ever had. That chicken, I've never experienced anything like that. People would rave about every part of that experience, so that's why you're willing to pay the extra money. But once you've had it multiple times, and now, like you said, you have to try to compare it to what you've had before. I get it, man. You're going to expand. You're going to do different things. The quality may go down a little bit, or you may have to change a few things with the recipes, tweak it a little bit to make it so you can make more of this stuff more efficiently. But I don't think the value's there, at least not for me.
No, not for chicken. Like City Barbecue is an example of a place that started and expanded, and now they're in other markets. The difference is I can't get barbecue on every street corner.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Of course.
I can get chicken on every street corner.
And if I like that Nashville hot chicken. I know, but KFC does that. Like all these places have a version of it now. So, again, I think theirs is better. I think the hot chicken takeover people have a better product, but is it that much more? Is it worth that much more? I don't know.
What do you got? Anything?
I saw that. I didn't even know this was a thing. I saw that Sargento's has natural American cheese. Is a thing they're trying to push now. So
why can't we just admit that American cheese is processed and it's the best melting cheese in the world?
Yes,
and it's damn good.
Yes, but they say they are going to do a American cheese that's made in the traditional way with a few ingredients like milk, salt, and enzymes.
Yeah, that's called cheese.
Yeah, but they also, this article notes that natural cheese has no regulatory definition. So you can call something natural cheese. It's not like the FDA is going to come in and be like, well, technically, you don't have enough of this ingredient, so you can't call it that. So it's just a marketing term. Apparently, it's supposed to be an elevated American cheese. So
I don't need an elevated American cheese.
I'm with you on that, buddy.
Look, I love all kinds of cheese. Give me a nice sharp cheddar, a Swiss, whatever. I'll put that on a burger. It's delicious. But if you're talking about the greatest melting cheese in the world, it's a processed cheese. It's American cheese.
Yeah. Also, McDonald's in Canada has been doing the Big Arch there in Portugal. That is it's like their next level Big Mac.
I thought that was coming here.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It is rumored to come here. We keep seeing rumblings about it. There's just another article today saying, when will McDonald's be doing this? They're saying 2025, but when? If you don't know, it's 2 quarter-pound patties. So, that's half a pound of meat, 3 slices of white cheese, topped with crispy fried onions, slivered onions, pickles, lettuce, and Big Arch sauce.
Sounds very good.
Oh, it looks great. And it comes on like a poppy seed and sesame bun, which if they bring that here, I would think that will be a huge hit. But so far, I'm just putting it out there for you. Keep an eye out. If you're a McDonald's fan, just check the app, start checking the Instagram, people that talk about fast food.
What's that combo going to be, $12?
I'm quite sure it will be. Yeah, you're right.
All right, game show in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is stop and go and causing a 15-minute delay on southbound 315 from Lane Avenue to Town Street. And you're looking at a 5-minute delay on southbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and I-70. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit Valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
When divorce places your world in jeopardy, Cordell & Cordell, one of the nation's largest family law firms, is committed to helping you. Cordell & Cordell is ready to fight for you in divorce and family law matters, providing the strength of legal experience and a history of success that we can share with you. Call us to schedule your consultation today or visit CordellCordell.com.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's the limited time tax sale. You buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, plus no interest until 2030 and an extra $500 off only in March. Call them today, 614-502-5220, universalwindowsdirect.com.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Now, there is a narrative out there. It drives me nuts because it's so lazy. I saw Tommy John. They named the surgery after him.
Yeah.
All right, and he was a very good player. Is he a Hall of Famer? No. I don't think so. But then again, who is a Hall of Famer in the Hall of Good now?
You know what? Maybe he thinks he should be in the Hall of Fame because the surgery's been named after him. And I mean, if you want to give him one of those, I don't. He's not the guy who invented the surgery. He just had it done on his body.
Let me tell you something. If he was a borderline Hall of Fame player and operated on himself, I'll put him in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
No. He says that he's not in the Hall of Fame because he's a Trump supporter.
Oh,
and
sure.
I saw that some people are saying that Trevor Bauer is not back in Major League Baseball.
Okay.
Because he's a Trump supporter. I want to break it to all of you people out there.
Yeah?
Like 80% of Major League Baseball voted for Trump. Okay?
Right. What are we talking about?
So, look, and that has nothing to do with it. There are people who just aren't in the Hall of Fame because they're not good enough to be in the Hall of Fame. There are also people out there, and it's hard to do in Major League Baseball, in this world where Mike Clevenger still has a job, that are deemed to be such pieces of crap. No charges were filed. I don't care. They would take such a PR hit that Major League Baseball teams will not touch. And Trevor Bauer is one of those guys.
But you know what? Trevor Bauer obviously had his moments where he was, he had elite stuff, but let's not forget who Trevor Bauer was to begin with, right? That was a guy who had issues from the start when he came in.
Being a pain in the ass.
Big pain in the ass.
Beating up chicks.
No, what I mean is there were teams at the time who were like, this guy is just rough to have in a clubhouse, not the type of guy we want around our organization. He got a reputation. Then he had some really good years there in Cleveland, right? Kind of rehab to a degree.
And even that, we talked to Jason Stark about that. Jason Stark said on this show,
yes,
Terry Francona gets along with everybody except Trevor Bauer.
And let's not forget, one of those reasons might be that, Trevor Bauer is so mad after one of his performances or during one of his performances that he chucked a ball over the outfield fence. Again, there are things you just don't do in Major League Baseball on the field that cause guys like even Terry Francona to say, I can't defend that guy. Then you have the off the field stuff. Then you have the fact that you're just not as good as you used to be. And you're right. People think it's because, he got blackballed. No. He, one, had allegations that were pretty heinous. Two, wasn't well liked by a lot of people anyway. Three, his skills are diminished. I'm sorry. If you think he's as good as he once was, you're basing that off of YouTube videos that he's had produced to give you that impression.
Also, what does blackballed mean? Blackballed mean you don't go to jail, even though it's pretty clear that you abuse these women and you got paid $200 million for your services?
Right.
Blackball me anytime.
Also, remember the time when he sicked all of the internet that followed him on a high school or college age girl?
Because she said she liked Alex Bregman?
Right. More than him? This guy is a weirdo. Remember when he couldn't pitch in the playoffs because he injured himself messing with a drone? It's not just those allegations. Those were bad. But if you think Major League Baseball's rushing to your defense during that, when you're also just a hard-to-deal-with person in general, probably not going to happen.
It's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it. And by the way, at this point, He hasn't pitched in Major League Baseball in, 4 years? 5 years?
There is a YouTube video of that dude getting touched up by, like, European teens. Like, when he's pitching to, like, guys in Europe who are baseball players over there who might have a little future, but they're not on anybody's radar. And he throws one right down the pipe, and this kid smokes him for about 400 feet. You can find all the videos you want, I'm saying, to tell you Trevor Bauer's awesome. I can find videos to show you he's washed. Take your pick. But the point is, the jury's out on his ability. All that other stuff is not in doubt.
No, he's never going to play Major League Baseball again. And it has nothing to do with the way that he votes.
No.
Nothing. All right, game show.
All right, Mike. This is Dayton Trivia. First four tonight in Dayton, of course. So I got some guys from Dayton, some people from Dayton.
All right,
do some trivia on it. Number one, how many Wright brothers were there? Not just the ones who made the plane happen. How many? 2, 3, or 4?
Well, I mean, the way you're asking this question, it's got to be more than 2.
Okay.
So I'll say 4.
That's a good guess, and it's correct. The oldest brother of the Wright brothers was Reuchlin, Reuchlin.
What did he do?
Reuchlin Wright. I don't know. He's just the older brother. Born in 1861.
Like Cooper Manning.
Yeah. Then Lauren Wright was born in 1862. Wilbur Wright. Now that's one we know.
Wilbur we know.
1867. And then Orville.
Orville we know.
In 1871.
So the first two, worthless.
Well, I don't know that. They just weren't inventing planes. Catherine, the youngest Wright child and the only daughter, was born in 1874. Orville and Catherine share the same birthday. They were both born on August 19th, exactly 3 years apart. Next up, in addition to flight, Dayton is also the home to one of our favorite snack foods. Which one is it? Cheez-Its, Chex Mix, or the chicken biscuit? Meaning the cracker chicken biscuit.
I do love a chicken biscuit. I don't think it's that, though. I want to say that's further south.
Okay.
Cheez-It?
Yes. Dayton's Green and Green Cracker Company introduced the Cheez-It in 1921. The history of the snack goes back to, believe this or not, it's real, 1847. Dr. William Wolfe of Dayton determined he had patients that had dietary restrictions. They needed a different type of food. So he created a hard butter cracker that became known as the Dayton Cracker. Later on, Weston Green and his father, John, loved these crackers so much, they bought the company, the Wolf Cracker Bakery, renamed it Green and Green. They then made this Dayton cracker. They made hardtack, which was used in World War I by the military. And then also they came up with a concept called the Edgemont Cracker Line, where they produced graham crackers, ginger snaps, and in 1921, the Cheez-It. They served them in a tin. Like you would get them like a tuna can size tin, and that's where the crackers would be in that. You open it up.
Wasn't that your nickname when you did radio out in Dayton?
What's that?
The Dayton Cracker?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Next up, which legendary criminal was arrested in Dayton? Clyde Barrow of Bonnie and Clyde fame, or John Dillinger?
I'm going to go with John Dillinger, though.
That is correct. He had robbed 6 banks in roughly 4 months when he was arrested in Dayton on September 23rd, 1933. Was sent to jail in Lima for a Bluffton bank robbery, only to escape October 12th, 1933. He was then declared public enemy number 1 by J. Edgar Hoover. His gang, of course, killed a bunch of people, wounded a bunch of people, robbed banks. But when he was arrested in Dayton, they found a document on him that appeared to lay out his now infamous Dillinger escape plan. That's real. And there's a famous band called Dillinger Escape Plan based off of that. But they found a document where they said, we can't tell what this is, but we think he's trying to escape. And then, of course, he did. So it didn't work that they found that. Good police work by finding it, just didn't really know what to do with it. Next up, what Dayton team was part of the league that eventually became known as the NFL? The Dayton Gems or the Dayton Triangles?
Gems. We'll go with Triangles.
That is correct. The Dayton Triangles played against the Giants, the Bears, the Packers, and what was the Chicago Cardinals, now the Arizona Cardinals, and many others. They were, in fact, the team that played the first NFL game. October 3rd, 1920, at Triangle Park in Dayton, Ohio. They were a team that traveled around. They didn't really have like a home field, but they did play that game in Dayton. And guess who they beat? 14-0. It was the Columbus Panhandles. The first NFL game was between Dayton and Columbus. Never let them forget that.
The first NFL league office was right downtown on Broad Street. The building still exists.
Yeah. The league was known as other things, but when they changed their name to the NFL, their offices were housed right here in Columbus. That's right. Who was famous Daytonian Robert Patterson? Was he a pioneer who founded Cincinnati or the first governor of Ohio? Robert Patterson.
Governor.
No.
He was also in the Twilight movies.
Robert Pattinson. Yes, Robert. But here, check this out. Revolutionary War veteran and pioneer who founded Cincinnati was Robert Patterson. He also founded Lexington, Kentucky, but didn't like either of those places enough to settle there. He settled in Dayton. His son, Frank J. Patterson, founded a company called National Cash Register, now known as NCR. They made cash registers, eventually computers. They still exist. AT&T bought them, but they make ATMs, all kinds of stuff like that.
All right, let them live.
So Frank J. Patterson, the son who did the National Cash Register Company, his son was Frank Stewart Patterson, who was a lieutenant. He died in a plane crash while testing aircraft in Dayton during World War I, along with Wilbur Wright. Wilbur Wright was still alive, but I'm saying that Patterson died. That is why now the Air Force Base in Dayton is called Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. It's named after Lieutenant Patterson, the grandson of the guy who founded Cincinnati. So I'm saying you had Revolutionary War guy. He had a kid. That guy founds a giant company that's still in existence hundreds of years later. His son is who they named the Air Force Base after. The Patterson family in Dayton, pretty big deal.
What are we doing?
Nothing.
We're just sitting around doing this.
That's right.
That's our legacy. But you know what, though? At least our kids won't have a lot to live up to.
That's right. Did you ever live up to what your famous dad did? Like, oh, my God, I far surpassed that.
You know what? Those are my favorite games. We can have some fun, and then you teach me things.
Well, there's one more I didn't get to. I can do it in the next. I can do it in the next segment. It's actually quite interesting.
That's fine. I don't want to talk to Tim anyway.
Good.
Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Expect some slowdown due to an accident that's on eastbound 670's ramp to 4th Street. And we also have an accident that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 on the east side at Livingston Avenue that's causing some delay. This report is sponsored by Speedway. No matter what time it is, it's pizza time. Get 2 hot slices of pizza topped with cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat, and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
In-betweens are made for pizza. In between meals, meetings, thoughts, that's pizza time. Stop at Speedway and get 2 hot, delicious slices of pizza and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce for $5 with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay -108 than -110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sportsbook. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers.
And I'm the Common Man. Bob, is there something you want to tell us?
I want to talk to you about the spring bridal sale. It's going on now at Worthington Jewelers. Buy one, get one 50% off. The best prices of the year on natural and lab-grown diamonds. I got to tell you, I'm busy. I'm busy running a valuable store. My wife and dog are in the place all the time.
And I'm not busy at all. I'm just sitting here doing 3 hours of fart jokes.
Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever for a single line. Just $45 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Too Tired to Cook takeout every week. Get one line on Unlimited Welcome for $45 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Columbus Verizon store by April 2nd to save. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Basketball from noon to midnight. Scotty Vegas here, and we're throwing a Vegas-style basketball party at Hollywood Casino at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. I even went out to Vegas to scout out how to throw this party. Tough assignment. The Fan is doing 24 hours of watch parties. The opening weekend of the tournament, there'll be custom T-shirts, Pop-A-Shot, horse games. Oh, and don't miss a game with a 50-foot video wall. Reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Bring the thrill of the stadium to your wallet with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the only checking account that rewards you for being a Crew fan. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Right now, select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The brackets are out, and now it's time to win some cash. Enter the Fan and 10 TV Bracket Challenge for your chance to win $1,000.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew, Ohio bottled, Buckeye Gold.
Compete against your favorite Fan and 10 TV personalities, and compete against the ones you hate, too. Registration closes at noon on Thursday, so don't wait till the final buzzer. Head to 971thefan.com for all the fun. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Are you feeling tired, slower, or achier than you used to? You might think it's just age, but it could be low testosterone. At Columbus Men's Clinic, they've helped thousands of men who didn't realize their symptoms were caused by declining testosterone levels, a problem that's becoming a new norm in American men. Columbus Men's Clinic refuses to accept this new normal. They're committed to restoring testosterone to healthy levels so you can feel like yourself again, whether at home, in the gym, at work, or in the bedroom. For years, their medical provider has delivered testosterone therapy tailored to each man's needs. No one-size-fits-all solutions, just real science-backed results delivered by discreet local experts. Imagine more energy, sharper focus, and newfound confidence. A same-day testosterone check and consultation is just $99. Call 614-300-7400 or visit ColumbusMen'sClinic.com today. Your prime years aren't over. They're just waiting to be unleashed. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution specialists.
Buckeye Roundtable coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of Buckeye Roundtable, your friend and mine, Timmy Hall.
Oh, network me tonight. Serious, controlled,
polished.
Yes, professional, and trying to multitask too because we've got First Four action in Dayton. The NCAA tournament starts tonight.
We'll have that for you, right?
Right after Roundtable's done, we'll whisk you away to coverage. I enjoyed the game show. It was Dayton things, right?
Yeah.
So we're kind of we had like listened to half of the game show, and then we were chatting. Me and Bodie and Rhyme Time came in here, who's going to see how the process goes for running a Buckeye Roundtable show. He, of course, is big Carolina guy, and so I had to step in and say, you guys in Carolina, you like to sort of pretend that you are the first in flight, when it comes to the aviation.
Oh, yeah.
I would say birthplace outweighs where it was just first done.
I agree with you.
Kind of like Carolina basketball, how it wouldn't really happen if there wasn't Kansas basketball before it.
That's right.
Same thing.
Yeah, I feel that's accurate. I feel like if you figure out how to do all of the flying in Ohio, and then you go, well,
yes,
but there's a long beach in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Then that's why you went to North Carolina, not because
of the winds and the dunes.
Yeah, that's all it was.
It was invented out here. That's
exactly right.
That's what it is.
What are we talking about? By the way, I have actually two more Dayton.
Before you do that, Ted's going to yell at me if I don't give this away.
Oh, go ahead.
Come on, Ted.
Caller number 5, because I said so. 614-821-9710 gets 2 tickets to see Bert Kreischer November 21st at The Shot. Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster.com.
Shirtless. Big gut.
Sweaty.
Shirtless. Wet.
Yeah. Likes to wear no shirt.
But funny.
Did you know that Annie Oakley was born in Ohio?
No.
I never knew that. You think of she's the Wild West, sharpshooter.
Yeah.
She traveled around with Wild Bill Cody. She was born
Wild
in
Bill Cody? Yeah.
I think that's what he was called.
I think you're right.
That's right. I don't know. Either way,
Bill Hickok.
He's in Saginaw now.
That's right.
She was born in one of these two Ohio counties next to Dayton, either Dark or Preble County. I didn't even know Preble County was a thing. Well, I'm asking where do you think she was?
I'm going to go with Dark.
Preble.
Common Man is correct. She was born Phoebe Ann Moses in August of 1860, Dark County. She gained international stardom joining Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild West show.
There you go.
She lived out the rest of her days after doing that in Greenville, Ohio, which is in Dark County. So she born, then did her whole thing worldwide,
and came back.
Yeah. Now, this is the one I found interesting more than that. World's first speeding ticket was given out in Dayton, Ohio. How fast was the person going? Over, under 15 miles per hour?
I'll say over.
I'm going to say under. I'm going to say it was like 13.5 miles per hour.
Onions. Timmy's right.
I tell you what, that is not very fast. You get a speeding ticket and you're not even going as fast as Patrick Mahomes can run the option.
Dayton Police Department, 1904, they gave away a ticket to Harry Myers on Urban's dad on West 3rd Street.
No, traveling. The department store creator.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
With an S.
Yes, with an S because it's Ohio. For traveling 12 miles per hour. So I mean.
Quote of BS.
You're going to kill someone.
Yeah.
Slow down.
12 miles an hour. I mean, that's not even moving. I don't even feel like that's a thing.
I mean, back in the day.
Back in the day, no. They were flying.
Imagine getting up to that speed for the first time.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Was there some kind of exhilaration that washed over you?
It couldn't have been, though, because they had horses.
Yeah, horses go faster than that.
Yeah,
if they were on a horse, they'd be like, this is nothing. A horse is outrunning that. But you're giving us, there's a guy on a horse just like laughing at you going 20.
Indiana Jones and his horses were catching trains.
Yeah, they're pulling you over for 12, but the horse can go 20? That's BS.
How fast do we think a horse goes?
I'm going to say a horse is trotting at like 32.
How fast can a horse?
There's no way a horse is catching a train. That train must be moving slow.
I'm going to say a horse can get 25 miles an hour, no problem.
Now, Wikis tells me 45.
Whoa.
But I don't know if that's with a person on it.
Okay, but I said 25, no problem.
We're not talking about Kentucky Derby horses. We're talking about where like cowboys are out on the range and we need to get some pep in our step.
I'm telling you this. How about a camel can go 40?
Oh, yeah, camels are quick. Yeah, they move.
Deceptively quick.
My God.
All right, what's coming up on the Buckeye Show? Come on. Buckeye, whatever the hell it's called.
So much.
Buckeye Roundtable.
Lots of guests. We have our baseball coach, Justin Hare, on for the first time. Men's hockey with Steve Rollick. Women's basketball, the tournament picture with Kevin McGuff. Lots of football. Lots of men's basketball discussion as well, as they are not playing in any tournament.
2 big hours, Buckeye Roundtable with statewide Timmy. Top of the hour, back page.
The back page. The back page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
All right, man. How about this? I didn't realize that Jason Alexander, obviously Seinfeld actor of stage and screen for many years. I didn't realize that George Costanza has a 40-plus year marriage.
Oh, yeah. Been married a long time.
No, I had no idea.
She's like 5 inches taller than him,
I was going to say. Jason Alexander,
the giant,
the short king, married his wife, Dana Title, back in 1982. They met, moved in together 3 weeks after they met, were married shortly afterwards. And he was asked, what is the key to their long-lasting relationship?
How about love?
Yeah. Well, he had this thought, though. He said, on my worst day, she remembers me on my best day and brings me back. What a nice thought.
That's nice. That's beautiful. Very good,
All right,
Jason.
Roundtable's next. We'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and 11th Avenue. And you're looking at another 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5 Oil Change, they get it. Time is precious. That's why they make getting your oil changed fast, friendly, and simple. You'll be back on the road in just 10 minutes. Book ahead or drive in. It's fast either way. Take 5 Oil Change. The stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Guys, it's D. Miller. Let's talk about feeling your best. If you don't feel the same energy, strength, maybe feeling moody, or it seems you lost your drive with your partner, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy. Don't settle for a standard doses TRT program. I learned about the personalized therapy at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
The best matchup is you in a new ride at Coughlin Chevrolet, Central Ohio's #1 Chevy dealer. Lease a new 25 Chevy Trax, $149 a month. Your choice, new 25 Trailblazer or 24 Blazer EV RS. Lease for $169 a month. At all 5 Coughlin Chevy locations and CoughlinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Coughlin has the car for you.
36, 42, and 24-month leases, 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over, $39.99 due at signing plus tax, title, and license. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31/25.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Wait, Leslie, what's that dude doing over there at that window?
Well, that dude is Chase, and Chase is making that window look perfect. We're sticklers on detail, Wilson, both in our showroom and definitely in people's homes.
Chase, be careful. May have spilled some coffee over there just a bit ago.
Oh, he knows. He seems to work a lot more when you're around, Wilson. Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Colin Man here for Weed Man. I always have the greenest lawn in the neighborhood. It's luscious. I swear by 2 things, water and Weed Man. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will make sure your lawn is weed-free and looking gorgeous. Of course, they get rid of weeds, but they also do aeration, mosquito control, grub control, crabgrass prevention, and flea and tick control for your 4-legged friends. For a free quote, give them a call, 614-733-3747, weedmanusa.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
I'm an old school Joe, and my philosophy is simple and effective. At the end of the day, it's not what you win or lose, it's what you save. And betting reduced juice at Prime Sports Ohio is the way to save money on every single bet. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more.
When you're a AAA member, we do the hard stuff for you. So picture this. You're taking a road trip through the mountains at night, and you run out of gas. Do you, A, call AAA, or B, walk 29 miles to the nearest gas station in the pouring rain?
A?
How about this? You need auto insurance. You could A, pick AAA to find the best coverage for you, or B, spend so much time researching insurance jargon that you might as well have gotten a law degree.
Yeah, I'm going with A.
Right. Okay, you're booking a vacation. You can A, have AAA plan it for you, or B, stress so hard about layovers and getting to your cruise that you need a vacation from booking your vacation.
That's easy. A, AAA.
On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plus side.
Confidence is key this March, both in picking the right Cinderella teams for your bracket and the right contractor for your exterior project. When it comes to your roofing, gutter, or siding needs, call the team you can trust. Newman Roofing. Call 614-NEW-ROOF today or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Here's 3 reasons to buy your Blue Jackets ticket plans for the 25-26 season. 1, pick your seat and pick your games. 2, plans start at just 11 games. 3, priority access to Stanley Cup playoff tickets. Act now. Visit bluejackets.com/tickets.
Spring forward, Columbus, with the Waterworks and Header Heating and Cooling Services. We're here to thaw you out with this limited time offer. Get up to $2,000 off a new complete furnace and AC system. This offer is too good to pass up. The Waterworks and Header Heating and Cooling now together to serve you better with $2,000 off a new complete furnace and AC system. This offer won't last. Call us today, 614-232-2222.